tomorrow. If it's tomorrow, watch it before 9:30 a.m. because we're going to talk about what is about to go down as far as I'm concerned in the stock market. But before we do that, like and subscribe to the video. Check out the links below if you want to open an account, learn how to trade equities, options. I stay the F out of crypto. We can talk about that too if you want. Stay tuned. But right now, we're going to get right into the video. Let's get the stock update here going. Let me pull myself into frame so that we can talk about what is happening. This is the S&P, the SPY, the S&P ETF, right? Let's just talk about why the S&P, the SPY, is essentially turning into a penny stock. This is my theory as to what is happening right now. If you're an options trader, you very well could be making a lot of money every single day, multiple times a day, or losing all your money several times a day, multiple times a day, trading options on any of these stocks. Tesla, SPY, Apple, triple Qs, triple Qs, take your pick. They are all an absolute shit show right now. So we're looking right here. This is the 20-minute chart on SPY. And what you see here is incredible choppiness, right? It looks like it's having a heart attack because everyone trading it is effectively having a heart attack. What do I think is happening? A couple things. I've said this on several videos. The market, the economy go hand in hand. The economy has zero good news. We have no good news in the economy at all. Zero. Nothing good is happening. We stopped printing money. We're sending the money we don't have to fight a war we're not fighting. Fuel is through the roof. Supply and demand sucks. People aren't going to work. All these things are happening, right? People are not spending money. People are not making money. The market is crashing. It's honestly coming down to a place where it should be because the inflation is through the effing roof. So why are we mad that SPY is sitting at 393 and touched 385? I think SPY will probably touch 350 by the end of summer. Potentially even lower than that going into winter if we do not solve the fuel prices. Every single thing that comes to your house comes there on some form of truck eventually. It goes on a boat, goes on a plane, starts at a tractor, goes on a truck to get to your house. The cost of getting things from where it starts to where it ends is astronomically higher than it used to be. That is driving the price of every other thing up, right? Manufacturing, goods, services, up. Market cannot go up if everything else is going up because the mass retailer can't afford it. So what do I think is happening? This is just a theory as to why we keep seeing the incredible volatility across large caps, across large ETFs. You have what we consider market makers in the market, large funds that have lots of money and hold lots of equity shares in companies. Now, let's say your fund is holding on to 1 million shares of stock ABC or 100,000 shares or some astronomical amount of shares. You've got a lot of money in it. You've been holding it and you were doing great back in November. Everything was high. Everything was great in November, right? The S&P was like 460. People were like, all-time high. Every stock, all-time highs. This is amazing. It's just going up. Every YouTuber's like, all-time high. Tomorrow's going to be crazy. Crazy things in the stock market. Buy a Tesla at $2,000. It's going to the moon. It's not. What happened is the money printer turned off. The PPP stopped. The grant stopped. The loan stopped. The stimulus stopped. The self-employed unemployment stopped. All of these things stopped. They turned off the money printer. The free money went away. And people were like, well, I can't afford this. Can't afford that. Not going to go do this. Not going to go do that. And everything started going down. And the Fed was like, we're not going to taper. We're going to hold off. We're not going to taper. We're not going to taper. Now the Fed's like, listen, interest rates are going up. 0.5%. And then the next Fed meeting, 0.5%. And we're going to keep going up. We're going to have these rate hikes. We have to. We're going to get a soft landing. Yeah, soft landing. Let me tell you what a soft landing means. A soft landing means we're up here and we need to land somewhere down here, soft landing. So every day we're going down. I think the people holding these large equity shares are losing their ass. If you're down 20% on a big position, how do you make money? I have shares. What do they have of value? They have equity. They have shares. What can they do with them? Well, we can loan them. We can do that. Or we can sell covered calls and covered puts, and we can sell options to people who buy them. And then what we can do is we can take a large amount of them and we can trade them back and forth, and we can buy and sell them, our shares. And what we're going to do is every time we have a crazy day, like let's just say today in the SPY right here, we go, oh, the market opened kind of red. What should we do? I know what we should do. Let's sell them calls. Let's sell a whole lot of covered calls. And you're like, yeah. Then we're going to pump it. We pump it up. And they're like, dude, if it breaks this, dude, everyone, technical analysis, it breaks this level, dude, it's going to freaking fly, right? Boom, down, up, Elliott wave, whatever wave, technical analysis you want to do, whatever lines you want to draw on your chart, draw them. It breaks this, it's going back to 400. We are going up. This is the bounce zone. If we zoom out, bro, right? We got support. We're going to find a line. We're going to draw a line. We're going to find support. And it's going to bounce. And then boom, all-time highs. What ends up happening is it goes up. And they're like, all right, we just sold a lot of calls. They're holding them. Now, what do? Let's unload a bunch of shit. Yeah, let's unload a bunch of shit. All right, boom, and they tank. And people cut their loss. Now, some people have stops. They make a little money. But a lot of people hold these things too long, and they take a loss. Every time they take a loss, people who sold you that contract made money. So then what happens? Oh, shit, coming way down. Oh, better buy puts. Let's buy puts. Yeah, that was a fake out. Comes down, you're like, I got them. We're going down. Back to open, and then bounce. And you're like, puts are worthless. Sell them. And they keep doing that. And we've seen it every day. These moves in large ETFs are not normal. These moves in stocks like Tesla and Apple are not normal, right? Well, maybe Tesla. Tesla's kind of crazy, right? Sorry, I typed that in wrong, right? But look at Tesla. Smash down and ends the day at 728, right? But just smash down. Apple was down 5% at one point today, and it ended the day pretty decent. Still down, but 143, not terrible. Look at that. Apple crashed down to 138.80. These are not normal moves in the stock market. I think that people holding large equity are just finding a way to make money off their equity, because options trading has exploded in the last 2 years. Now, let's talk about this nonsense. You want to talk about some people getting the absolute F today? Boom. I said it. I'm going to say it. GameStop. I don't even trade this shit. Look, you could have bought up here at the top. You could have bought puts up here all day. They're like, oh, look at GameStop. Holy shit, GameStop's squeezing. Finally, it's squeezed up 30%. I'm like, dude, that seems like a lot. And it's not a lot, but it's not $800, right? What happened today? I don't know. We had some people come out and F with you fuckers. You're holding GameStop hoping it's going to squeeze, and they just gave you a little bit of hope. And then they took it all back. And where did it end? It still ended up at 10%, which is still high. Still high. But I promise you this. All them guys buying calls thinking it's going to space lost all their money on this freaking red candle right here. Never recovered at all. If you bought puts up here, you did fantastic. If you bought puts down here, not so great. The IV, the implied volatility on this is 200, 300. It's probably 500% that shit shot up and halted. And you got absolutely wrecked by it. And the same thing goes for anyone trading this bullshit, right? If you're trading this thing, AMC, and you're like, oh, this is the squeeze. Where did it peak at? 1370? 1370 is not a lot. AMC was trading at $35 consistently for months. It's at $11. Get out of it. What are you doing? Don't hold it. There's no MOAS coming. It's not going to happen. What you can do in this market, and I cannot stress this enough, is you need to get in and you need to get the F out. You need to make your couple dollars and you need to get the F out, because you are going to get screwed by companies and funds and hedges and trusts, way more money than you, way more ability than you, way more knowledge than you. They are going to win. The retail trader mindset is a loser right now. You're trading equity, there is no good buy. There is no good purchase for equity right now. You can say, oh, well, this is a great time to add to my portfolio. No, when we see a solid reversal in the market where everything starts to kind of trend up, add to your portfolio. Until then, you might as well just take your money and throw it away. It's going down. If you're sitting there looking at your 401k and wondering what is happening, this is what's happening. You know, you didn't take it out. You couldn't take it out. You'd be penalized for taking money out of your retirement fund. And yet here you are losing, right? You got a glimpse of a good time. Free money. It's free money for everybody. It's free money for people who got free money from the government. And it was free money to people who were buying options and stocks. It was all free money. And when the printer turned off, it didn't just stop printing money. It literally started taking the money it printed and putting it back in the printer. So going into tomorrow, I want you to be very aware of a few things. I'm going to put SPY back on here, and we're going to talk about this right quick. So I'm going to put this on a 4-hour. We're going to back up, right? We're going to say this. SPY is going to go up, and SPY is also going to go down, and SPY is probably going to go up again, but it's Friday, so it's definitely going to go back. And this is what we have happening. If you want to trade these Elliott waves, you can do that, which are just up, down counts, right? We can go 1, 2, A, B, C, D, E, F, whatever you want to do. But our trend line is going to stay pretty consistent to the downside. There is no economic reason in our country or the world for this to go like this. Stop thinking it is. It's not. We might see this. Eventually, we're going to see some green. But then, that's where we're going. That's where we're going. And if we look at the daily, today was kind of a green day. Was it really green? No. SPY ended at 0.1% red. It was a red day. Was it as red as it could have been? No. Could have been worse. And if we actually add in the after hours, we get a green day, right? Up 0.4%, 393. But we're not trading after hours because yesterday, after hours was up, and then it sold off. So going into tomorrow, I cannot stress this enough. Be careful. Everything is still downtrending. We're going to see massive volatility. We are not going to see stocks pick a single direction and run straight that way. Now, if we back up a few days, a week, we saw a straight up rainfall a couple days in a row on SPY. It was beautiful. It was amazing. Like if you were trading puts, you made so many 1,000% trades happened right here. 1,000% trades happened right here. 1,000% trades happened right here. You played calls. And then guess what? You swung shit. You're like, it's going up. And you swung calls and you got absolutely wrecked. But other people made 1,000% here. And then here, no one made any money. Because everyone thought it's going up, it's going down. It's going up, it's going down. Going up, it's going down. Going up, it's going down. That's what keeps happening. So be careful. If you want to watch the live stream in the morning, this channel does live stream it. I also patch this into the Discord. The Discord is $35 a month. You are getting the live call for a free $99 via YouTube here. Keep in mind, it is delayed. YouTube is delayed a little bit, so you might be 10 seconds behind. None of it's financial advice. It's just a bunch of guys out there trying to make some money and trying to make sense of what's happening. So if you found any of this useful, like and subscribe to the channel, leave me some comments, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.